This video is about الأفعال الخمسة. الأفعال الخمسة. الأفعال الخمسة هي كل فعل مضارع. And you will ask, does that mean each present tense is part of الأفعال الخمسة? The answer is no. Each present tense ends with ألف نون واو نون يا نون. So each present tense ends with an, un, in. We call them الأفعال الخمسة. Question again. Is كل present tense كل فعل مضارع is part of the five verb? The answer is no. We need un sound and yin. An, un, in sounds. Which is every present tense has واو الجماعة, plural واو, ألف الاثنين, dual ألف, or ياء المخاطبة when you call a female. يدرسون, تدرسون. We have واو نون, واو نون. So check, this is part of الأفعال الخمسة. For dual noun, we have يدرسان, تدرسان. ألف نون here, ألف نون here. Check, this is part of الأفعال الخمسة. The third one, أنت تدرسين, أنت تأكلين. يا نون, يا نون. Check, it's الأفعال الخمسة. So we have five kind of الأفعال الخمسة. واو الجماعة, we have two. يدرسون, third person. تدرسون, second person. dual ألف, ألف نون. يدرسان, two males. تدرسان, two females. يا المخاطبة when you call a female. أنت تدرسين, singular female, or أنت تأكلين, singular female. If I want to count them, I will say here's one, here's two, here's three, 4, and 5. That's why they call them الأفعال الخمسة. Group of people, two males or two females, and singular female. Let's do some practicing. الفعل شرب. Let's try to suffix ألف نون واو نون يا نون, and let's do some practicing. And let's make it 5 verb. يشربان, تشربان. يشربان, two males. تشربان, two females. If I want to check if it's part of the 5 verbs or not, I will say the first step, is it present tense? Check. The second step, do we have alif noon or waw noon or ya noon? The answer is yes. Check. So this is part of the 5 verbs. Next. يشربون, تشربون. Group of people. Let me check it again. I want to check if it's part of the 5 verbs. The first step, is it present tense? Check. Is it ends with waw noon or alif noon or ya noon? Check. Then yes, it's part of the 5 verbs. تشربين, for a singular female, it ends with ya noon and it's present tense. Then check, it's part of the 5 verbs. Let me go again over الأفعال الخمسة. واو الجماعة, يدرسون, تدرسون. ألف الاثنين, يدرسان, تدرسان. ياء المخاطبة, أنت تدرسين. It's only one form. We will never say أنت يدرسنين. This is wrong. We'll never. It's wrong to conjugate it in this way. That's why we say we have only 5 verbs. كتب. Let's do this one. Let's do it with 5 verbs. يكتبان، تكتبان، يكتبون, group of people, تكتبون, third person, second person, تكتبين, for a singular female. Now I want you to check and see if this is part of the أفعال 5. الطلاب درسوا الدرس. I want you to check and see it. Can I consider it part of the 5 verbs or not? You will look at واو ألف and you say yes, check, it's part of the أفعال 5. But if you think about it, you will say no, that's wrong. Can you tell me why? Anytime you check الأفعال 5, the first step, it has to be present tense. درسوا, past tense. Students studied. So the first thing you look at the verb. If it's not a present tense, you will never consider it part of الأفعال 5. It has to be present tense. It has to be present tense, otherwise it's not part of الأفعال 5. All the time it's not present tense, then mark it with X. Don't even bother to start answering the question. Now let's talk about الإعراب. Regular present tense, the way we do إعراب, it could be مرفوع, it could be منصوب, مرفوع بالضمة, منصوب بالفتحة, it could be مجزوم والسكون when a present tense preceded by لن or لم. But for the 5 verbs, it's different than ضمة and فتحة and سكون. We have letters instead of all these حركات. Okay, now let's do إعراب for the 5 verbs. مرفوع ضمة instead of مرفوع ضمة or منصوب فتحة or مجزوم سكون as a regular any present tense verb. 5 verbs, we treat them different. It's مرفوع by ثبوت حرف النون. So we keep noon at the end. ثبوت mean we keep it. If noon at the end, we keep it. منصوب and مجزوم حذف النون. We delete noon at the end. And let me show you some examples. Let's start with مرفوع. الطالب يدرس. This is not, of course, this is not 5 verbs. I just want to show you how we used to do إعراب for present tense. Then we compare it to the 5 verbs. يدرس فعل مضارع مرفوع. Why مرفوع? We have ضمة here. Let's compare it to the 5 verbs. الطالبان يدرسان. We can say يدرسان. يدرسان is part of 5 verbs. It's end with an. Remember, an, un, in. Any of them, we consider it 5 verbs. يدرسان فعل مضارع مرفوع. Again, ثبوت النون. We keep the noon letter. We don't say الطالبان يدرسانون and add ضمة at the end. Like here. Here, this is not 5 verbs. This is just regular present tense. But here, we have 5 verbs. And we have different rules for إعراب. We say يدرسان فعل مضارع is a present tense and it's nominative. But nominative here مرفوع بثبوت النون. We just keep noon at the end. الطالبان يدرسان. If I want to make it يدرسون with un sound. We say the same thing. فعل مضارع مرفوع ثبوت النون. We keep noon at the end. So يدرسان and يدرسون both are the same. مرفوع, but it's not مرفوع by ضمة like regular present tense. No, it's مرفوع by ثبوت حرف النون, noon letter. Now let's compare it to منصوب and مجزوم. Again, I will keep reminding you with the present tense and I compare it to the 5 verbs. Now let's talk about مجزوم. مجزوم. الطالب لم يدرس. الطالب did not study. يدرس فعل مضارع مجزوم. We have سكون here and that's why we call it مجزوم because of لم preceding يدرس, and it make it الطالب لم يدرس. الطالب did not study. Let's compare it to the 5 verbs. an, on, in. الأفعال الخمسة. الطالبان لم يدرسا. الطالبان لم يدرسان. What do you think? Now remember, مرفوع we keep noon letter. But remember the rule. If it's منصوب or مجزوم, what happens? We take noon out. So which one is right? الطالبان لم يدرسا or الطالبان لم يدرسان. The rule says it's a فعل مضارع مجزوم حذف النون. حذف mean take off noon letter. So الطالبان لم يدرسا, it's the right one. We cannot write it الطالبان لم يدرسان. If you see present tense part of the 5 verbs preceded by lam, when you write it, take off noon. الطالبان لم يدرسا is the correct one. Now let's do منصوب. منصوب and مجزوم are the same. الطالب لن يدرسا. يدرس فعل مضارع منصوب بالفتحة. We have فتحة here. Let's compare this to the 5 verbs. an, on, in. الطالبان لن يدرسا. الطلاب لن يدرسوا. We took off noon because it's 5 verbs. So يدرسا فعل مضارع منصوب بحذف النون. What happens here? We take off noon بحذف النون. You have to omit noon. So you don't say الطالبان لن يدرسان. You say الطالبان لن يدرسا. So anytime preceded by لن or what I did before لم, we omit noon. يدرسوا فعل مضارع present tense منصوب, not with فتحة like here. No, it's منصوب by omitting noon letter. Take off noon. So it's wrong to say الطالبان لن يدرسان. You cannot write it like this. Grammar wise, it's wrong. We have to follow the 5 verbs rules. If we have noon at the end here, just take it out. مرة ثانية. الفعل المضارع الإعراب. It could be مرفوع, it could be منصوب, it could be مجزوم. To compare it with the 5 verbs, instead of ضمة فتحة سكون, we have letters. الإعراب 5 verbs. مرفوع منصوب مجزوم. Instead of ضمة we say ثبوت حرف النون. We keep نون. ثبوت we keep it. For منصوب and مجزوم we take off حذف النون. You take off نون at the end.